Lord, and I'm sorry for my lateness, but listen, better late than never. Let me tell you, before we get started, you know when you're onto something is when the enemy tries to come in. Anytime you feel like it's time for you to make moves or do something different, or even step outside of your comfort zone or tap into something that you know that's going to make an impact, that enemy comes in and tries to railroad you, throw you off course, make you even think twice. So I just want you to know, for those of you who may be feeling like, listen, I'm about to do something, but everything keeps coming at me, just know that you are onto something. And I had this conversation with a client earlier today. She was saying the same thing, that she's hosting a brunch, and all type of things are coming her way. And it's a women's empowerment brunch. And her goal is to have women commit their lives to Christ. But all type of things are coming at her while she's doing this brunch. So I'm here to just empower you and let you know that you're onto something. So don't quit. Don't give up. Just know it's strengthening you. So I just wanted to let y'all know that. I don't know how the internet, the Wi-Fi, everything just shut off. Just like that. For no reason. I was on a call too. But I'm here and we're talking about ways to monetize your expertise, how to launch a business, how to really tap into that expertise, and why now is the time to do it. So for those of you who don't know, I'm Narissa Malloy. I am the founder and CEO of the Unshakable CEO movement for women experts and professionals that are looking to leverage and monetize their expertise and start a coaching and consulting business. And I also am the lead consultant of J&M Healthcare Solutions, where I work with healthcare entities to optimize their teams, to strengthen their leaders, empower their leaders to lead, and improve financial performance. So with all that being said, my mission here is to empower more women in business, to create unshakable businesses. And when I say unshakable, have a firm foundation where they don't have to question, think twice, but they are positioned to grow and excel and scale to the next level. We already know that there's a significant gap in women business ownership. The top 3% make six figures and better. And up, six figures and up. So there's a significant gap in women who are starting businesses and women who are creating successful businesses. And when I say successful, that has the impact and the income to sustain themselves. So I'm here to help strengthen women in business. And if you feel like, you know what, I'm thinking of starting a business, but I don't know if I can do it, or if I can maintain the responsibilities, if I have what it takes, if people will purchase or buy from me or believe in me, then this is for you. We're doing a 3-day challenge on how to launch your business, tapping into your expertise and using that bad boy to create an additional revenue stream of income for yourself. So again, if you are a thought leader, an expert, a creative, and you get paid on your 9 to 5 and you have creative results. For example, you've helped with magnet status. You helped with regulatory readiness. You've been on all the committees. You've done all the things. You speak at the job. You do amazing stuff. You are a woman of excellence and expertise. And you're like, you know what? I know I can be doing so much more. I know I can tap into so much more people. I know I can make a huge impact. And I know I can be compensated more. Then this is what we're talking about today, how you can leverage that expertise to start a business. And it's actually a 3-day series. So today is day 1. So if you're not on my email list, you're missing out on some great stuff. Make sure you join my email list. There are some specials going out this week, the last week of July, especially for my aspiring and current business owners, for you to get some tips and tools for you to strengthen your business. Again, this is quarter 3. And we want to go out with a bang. You want to make sure that you're not in the same place as you were a year ago. I was in a group. I'm in a group, very popular group. And quite often there are people promoting their products and services and things of that nature. And what I found when I went through that group yesterday and I went through some of my old posts are the same people that were raising their hand for help a year ago are the same people raising their hand for help this year. I don't want that to be you. And that's not the people that I'm speaking to. I'm speaking to the people that are ready, committed, and driven and resourceful, and they're ready to make a change. They're ready to make an impact. They're committed to changing lives and changing businesses. Those are the experts I'm looking for. People that know that they have a solution, that they have a gift, they have a passion, and there's some people out there suffering because they are not doing that thing. So they're ready to position themselves and their expertise to be a solution to change impacts and to change communities. That's who this is for. The person that knows, listen, I've gotten results. I've done that thing. I've trained, I've taught, I've done all the things. I have the certifications. I've had everything under my belt. Now I just need to go out there and show other people how to do it. That's the people I'm talking about. Yes, you may be fearful because you may feel like, you know, am I qualified? So I'm here to tell you, if you have that vision, if you've had that thought, if you can see it, believe me, it's for you. And remember, Jesus, he didn't call God don't call the qualified, right? He qualifies the called. So just know, if you have that thought, you have that vision, you have that belief that it's possible that you can do it. You are equipped. You have everything that you need. You just need to get the strategic structure around how to take that bad boy, how to position it, how to package it so people can pay you for it. And I'm not talking about a huge, I mean, sometimes you may feel like this is a lot. Like, how am I going to do this? How do I even get started? Listen, when you see people climbing that huge ass mountain, how do you see them doing it? One step, one grip. One step, one grip. You don't have to climb the mountain today. You're not going to get to the top today. All you have to do is take that first step, that one step. That's all it requires is one step, then the next step, and then the next step, and then the next step. And sometimes you see them stumble and they fall back a couple steps, which is all right, because they're going to learn, you know what, I know what to do the next time when I take the step, or I know to go this way, or I know to position my hand and my feet this way for that grip. So you got to understand that when you decide to embark upon something new, an entrepreneurial journey to generate revenue, to generate life-changing income, that it's not something that you're going to accomplish in a day. Instant gratification is not for business. If you want instant gratification, go book a vacation. Go on a quick trip. Go get some ice cream. You'll feel good right after that. But business, investing, growing, those type of things, it's not quick. Any type of investment, you know it doesn't happen overnight. So if you keep running to people that says, you know what, I'm going to show you how to make 6 figures in 6 days, and worrying about why you keep getting scammed, then you need to think about yourself. You're the one scamming yourself for believing that you can get results overnight. So those are the things I just wanted to tap in real quick to just get your mind right, to understand that when you are ready to take on the task of identifying that expertise and packaging it and then positioning it, it's going to take some trial and error. You're going to be tweaking your messaging. You're going to be tweaking your audience. You're going to be tweaking, what is it? Do people want this? You have to do market research. You have to research to uncover what are the needs, and then figure out how can I position my solution to the people that need it right now. Is it something that people need right now? Don't start a business because it's trending. Don't start a business because everyone else is doing it. You find out what the need is. Do the research in your area. Market research, the population, what they're paying, what's the income range, who should you be marketing to, what companies are in your area, are they generating revenue, what are their standards, do they value what the solution that you provide? Because there's a difference if you have a solution that is to strengthen teams, but when you look at the company's values or you get feedback from the employees, if that's not a high priority on the company, and these are the companies you're pitching to, then you're going to be wasting your time. You got to pitch the companies that value what you offer. So let's think about this. The first thing I want you to do when you're thinking about how to tap into your expertise, it doesn't take a lot, right? I want you to take out a pen and paper and really sit down and write out your bio. What have you done? All your accomplishments, your certifications, your degrees, any acknowledgments, any rewards, any places you've spoken at conferences or organizations, trainings you've hosted, workshops. I want you to just take an inventory. Use that time to really brag on yourself. Like if someone say, tell me all your greatness, this is a time for you to really love on yourself and say, you know what, I'm the ish. I'm going to write down everything that I've done. And I mean, really don't shortchange yourself. Because when I ask my clients to do this, I have to go back and say, I need some more stuff. Brag on yourself. Tap yourself on the back. Really hone in. If you got to keep the kids quiet, settle them down, or do this late night before you go to bed, or early in the morning when you have a clear mind, just sit down and listen. If you need to go back like over a 2-day span, take that time to really sit down and think about all the great things you have done in your career, in your life, because sometimes it may not even be attached to what you're doing in your career, and you'll be surprised. And for those who are doing it in their career, it could be something as simple as marketing. If you are the person that's in charge of marketing at your job, tell me why you can't market for other companies. Why can't you consult to other companies on how they need to adjust their branding, adjust their colors, what they need to revamp to have more visual appeal? Like, there's so many different ways that you can tap into your expertise and market it. And it doesn't require you to have tons of degrees. Like, I'm in healthcare, so everything for me I can relate to is nursing specific, healthcare, therapists, PAs, MPs, but that is not limited. Like, educators, if you're an educator, especially special ed, that is a unique specialty. If you're doing something photography, that's a specialty. Everybody can't be a good photo taker, right? But if you're a photographer and you do great visuals, can you teach other people? Can other companies hire you to get to do their photo shoots, to do their branding, to do, all those things? So there's so many different things that you can do as a professional that you can sit there and look to see, listen, this is what I'm doing in this space. How can I position it to do it in a corporate space? How can I position it to create partnerships for people to use me to come in and share my expertise, to share my experience, to train other people? So again, it's really honing in on all of your greatness, all the things that you've been doing over the past how many years, how many results you've achieved. Write that down. Write those bad boys down. Take an inventory of all your greatness. And then what you're going to do, you're going to find some similarities. You're going to find some things like, you know what, this is what I love to do. This is what brings me joy. This is what I'm passionate about, helping people to achieve this. So once you start to find common things, also think about what people come to you for. What are you that go-to person for? Whenever there's something people like, go to her. What are some of those things? Write those down too. I want you to really take inventory of all your skills, your knowledge, your passions, and we'll talk about how you can transform those things into a coaching and consulting business. So I have somebody right now on live. She is the Airbnb queen. But you know what she does? She did that, baby. And now she's teaching people how to do it. So once you can do a thing, you can teach a thing. Again, I'm going to say that again. Once you can do a thing and you've done it successfully numerous times, you've proven that it works, that you're an expert, that you know what, regardless of what, I've done this a couple times and I've shown 1-2 people how to do it. Now you can go ahead and teach people how to do that, how to advise them. People that are already in that business that maybe are having some struggles with marketing, how can you help them with that? So there's so many different ways. And then you have to think about transitioning, embracing, because when you are ready to go into entrepreneurship or start a business or start a side hustle, you have to understand that you cannot take the employee behaviors into the entrepreneurial space. So you got to prepare yourself. You got to prepare yourself mentally. You got to understand, again, that it's not instant gratification. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. It is going to take some time. But how can you personally develop yourself, develop your mindset to embrace this newfound venture? You have to grow. You have to grow professionally. So you got to think about, who do I need to tap into? Who do I need to start listening to? Who can I read? What mentors are there? What resources are there that I can tap into? People that are already doing a thing, so that I can start picking up some nuggets, picking up the mindset, training my mind to condition myself to be like, you know what? I need to grow. I need to expand. What does that look like? What type of training do I need to train my mind to be open to this entrepreneurial space? How do I build confidence? Because ultimately, once you are super duper clear on that expertise you have, that skill you have, right? Once you're super duper clear, your confidence will show because you've already done it. A lot of times people are scared and are uncomfortable because they're uncertain of what it is they offer. You have to be crystal clear on this is my expertise, this is what I offer, and this is how I can position it. And that's some of the things I work with my clients with. Once we get crystal clear on that expertise that they have, now we're going to sit down and create a mission and vision. What do you see for yourself? Who do you want to impact? Flush all of that out, because once you're clear on that, you can go to any event, go to anywhere. You can hit any button and just share. This is my mission. This is who I am. This is what I do. This is who I do it for. Because you're super duper clear. Oftentimes, a confused mind does nothing. And a lot of times, you're stuck in that state of paralysis because you're confused. You have so many ideas. You're creative, but you haven't figured out what is that one thing that I need to take and grab onto and use that to create that revenue, to generate. And it may take a couple of times. You may have to try more than one thing, but you have to be patient and persistent. So identify the top skills that you have, everything that you've done, and then highlight the top skills, the top things, the common things that were repeatable, things that you feel like, you know what, this always keeps coming up. This is what I'm passionate about. This is what I can teach on with my eyes closed. Those are some of the things that you need to start looking at to say, how can I position this particular skill to solve a problem that is urgent, that people will pay me for right now. So that's the homework for tonight. I want you to take inventory of all your skills, brag on yourself, write everything down. And then I want you to go on my Facebook page and just drop a comment to let me know that you were here for day 1 and that you have listed all your skills and you're ready for day 2 to determine what's next. Once you've identified that skill, tomorrow we're going to talk about how you can build a business from it, the different type of business models, and how you can potentially do that. So make sure that you're on my email list, because if you're on my email list, you're also getting information about the bonus session we're doing on Friday. It's a bonus Q&A session where you can come with your list, come with your questions, and we can talk about different opportunities that you can have. We'll be on a Zoom chat live on Friday at noon, but you have to apply for a spot. And if you're not on my email list or you didn't register, make sure you do so that you can get the email, you can get the application, and you can get access to the bonus session on Friday. And that will be great for you, but for some of you that still feel like, I don't know which one to choose, which business to choose, I'm going to tell you what's the 3 things you need to look at in order to make that decision. The 3 things, this is what I guide my clients on. One of these 3 things, these 3 things you must use in order to determine if you should move forward with this business. So that's what we're doing on Friday at noon. If you're not on my email list, you missed it. But if you register, you can still get information for day 2 and 3. You'll get access to the replay, and you can still get access to the bonus session on Friday. So make sure you're on my list, make sure you register, make sure you grab a spot. So day 1 recap, we're talking about the skills and expertise that you can leverage to create an additional revenue stream. And again, truthfully, let me tell you, starting a business doesn't mean you have to quit your day job. Let me just get that out the way. Starting a business does not mean you have to quit your day job. Whether you're coaching, you're consulting, you're providing some type of advisory service or some type of additional services outside of your 9 to 5, it does not require you to quit. What we're doing here is building up the additional revenue streams so that not only can you grow your business, but you can grow yourself. You can do so much more, especially when you feel like this is the time where things are uncertain, we're in a recession, there's all these different talks. Why not use this as an opportunity to rise above the talks of the recession? And I said this on my live yesterday, that this is where big businesses were built. GE, Airbnb, Microsoft were built in during the recession. You don't have to fall prey to feeling like I need to tighten up and be scared. And no, this is a time for you to really think about, how can I position myself? Businesses are laying off, but yes, they still need people to come in. Think about this before we go. For a CEO level position or a senior director or a director level position, that's 6 figures, 100K, 150K, not to mention benefits, 401, all those things. When they bring a consultant on board to help them with solving a problem, taking over a project, even if they pay you $60,000 to knock this bad boy out in 4 months, would that not be a come up? They are saving money. So what you feel is small, what you feel like, oh my God, they won't pay me for it, they will pay you 5 figures for it. Or I need someone to come in and train my team on this for $20,000. Do an 8-hour workshop. They'll pay you to come in and do that. So stop feeling like this is a time for you to hold back. It's really time for you to think about, what am I an expert at? Who has these problems out there that I can solve? And how can I position my solution to get paid? And that's what we're talking about. How to take that expertise and monetize it. But first, you have to be clear and write out all of the amazingness that you have done, all your skills, certifications, everything that you've accomplished, the teams, the committees, all those things. Start out by writing that out. Go on my Facebook page and post and let me know that you've done it. The homework for day 1 is complete, and you'll be back for day 2. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be looking out for those posts, and make sure you register. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 2 of Launch Your Business, a 3-day series on how to monetize your expertise. All right. So have a great evening, guys.